I did a couple of videos about this guy, Connor. He was one of the young people that was part of, there was a gentleman who was like debating, I think like 20 conservative kids. I call them kids. If you're in your 20s, you're a kid to me. My apologies. And Connor was the one that sat across the table from him and said that Republicans should be able to elect a leader and then suspend all further voting. Republicans should be able to change the Constitution, but Democrats should never be able to. And when all of it was said and done, and he couldn't denounce the Holocaust, and the gentleman who was hosting, excuse me, the debates said, "Well, you're a fascist," and the guy went, "Yeah, I am," and then laughed really weirdly. He then subsequently lost his job because he's all over the internet basically espousing Nazi beliefs. Well, boy, is he crying. I got fired for my political beliefs. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And employers can do that, right? Employers don't need a reason to fire you, right? I mean, that's the conservative ideal, right?
Are you fucking kidding me, Connor? You did not get fired for your political beliefs. You got fired for being a fucking Nazi, dude. And I know a thing or two about this because I actually got fired for my political beliefs. I got fired for being too progressive for the state of Indiana. And I took my firing like a goddamn champion. I didn't start crowdfunding off of it like some whiny bitch. This piece of shit is Connor. He has raised nearly $20,000 after setting up a crowdfunding page because he thinks that being a Nazi is traditional right-wing values. For comparison, let's go over some of the comments I received after I talked about being fired from people just like Connor. Socialist, glad you're fired. You reap what you sow. Women cry victimhood. Another professional victim. Another liberal living off of government assistance. Die. Liberal psychopath. Enjoy being an unemployed OnlyFans pro. Lefty grifter. Career victimhood. Again, who started a crowdfunding page? It wasn't me. And how many of those folks do you think donated to this asshole?
You just knew that was going to happen, didn't you? You knew that Connor's fellow Nazis, the folks that wear the red hats and the Trump shirts, that they were going to pony up. He goes into a debate and says that he wants a fascist dictatorship in this country, cannot denounce the Holocaust, cannot denounce Hitler, gets fired because whatever company he was working for didn't want to have any fucking part of that, rightfully so, then cries like, if I could quote her, a biatch, and people give him up to $20,000 so far. Lord knows what it's ultimately going to be up to. Remember that mom who called the little kid the N-word in the park? Like, they raised over $600,000 for her, I think. So $20,000 is just the tip of the iceberg for what Connor's going to raise. By the way, if you want to donate to something other than that, just a reminder. I've asked all 1.5 million of my followers on TikTok and all 225,000 of my subscribers on YouTube to send me $1 so that I can get rich and take my wife on vacation. And people are starting to send the dollars, and some of these have 20s, some of these have 5s, most of them have $1. A couple people sent $2 for inflation. But yeah, P.O. box on your screen if you want to donate to something real instead of Connor's crying ass.